Hello there. This is a piece of, well, it's a piece of burl from that tree that I was showing on my last beachcombing video. I think it's hemlock, as I noticed the bark was scaly. This is definitely bird's eye. When you get the bird's eye burl, it's like pimply. I did have this, lots of people take the time to take the bark off with a screwdriver. This is still kind of wet. I had when I get wood from the beach in the wintertime and it's kind of wet, I lean it against my heat register. I got baseboard heaters and dry it out. So all that bark is pretty well dry. I'm just showing you guys how most people take the bark off the bird's eye pimply treewort burls. You can see it there. Now, where it's orange like that, this, I don't know, this could be alder, but that would be a huge alder tree that I showed. Here's a piece that doesn't have bird's eye in it. It's like, it's basically just like a cedar burl, a red cedar burl. The bird's eye is the tree wart or the burl's trying to push out little branches. You can see in the back there's a big bark inclusion. Now, this tree could even come from China or, I mean, Japan, where I got it from Port Renfrew. Because it's basically almost open ocean from there. So that's how I think, see a scaly bark? That's what hemlock, did I say hemlock? That's what hemlock does. So I figured that I wanted to see if this was carvable wood. Yes, it's very wet. So I figured I'd carve a face in here, make it somewhat like a wall hanger. These burls work awesome for mushroom caps. If you want to do a wood spirit face mushroom cap fellow. Um, yeah, so that's Kutzall flame burr. And I'm just gonna cut everything here in this video is sped up. If not, it would have been over an hour long. I'll point out the key points that I think this isn't how to carve a wood spirit video. This is well just carving a burl, carving a wood spirit burl. Um, I'm in Canada for people that don't know. We we don't have plot. There's the Fordham to remove wood fast. We're not allowed to. Well, in British Columbia, Canada, I am. We're not allowed to use plastic bags anymore. Well, if we have them, we can use them. But when we go to the grocery store, we don't get plastic bags. We gotta buy paper bags, or for like 25 cents each, or we gotta buy the recyclable bags. Recycle the recyclable bags are like $2 each. So you bring your groceries home, you put the recyclable bags at home, and then you forget to take them when you go to the grocery store. So depending how much groceries you get, you gotta buy another more recyclable bags or paper bags. Well, today I said I'm not spending $2 on a recyclable bag, so I want a paper bag. So I had to buy cat food. I bought a cake, half a chocolate cake, some milk, some tomato soup, some cheese, and just one bag full of groceries cost $80. So, anyways, the point of my story is when I was going through checkout, they said, Do you got a bag? And I said, No, I forgot it at home. Well, what kind of bag would you like? I said, Well, I'd like a paper bag. So they gave me a paper bag, filled it up, and then I had a couple extra things. And I, do you want another bag? And I says, No, I'll just carry it. So the paper bag was full, and I had to carry a couple, and I had to put my hand underneath the paper bag because, well, if I didn't, the bag would have ripped. I've had that happen before. So I had to have my hand underneath the paper bag, and I carried other stuff in my other hand, and then I had a big jug of milk in the hand that's carrying the paper bag underneath the paper bag. As soon as I got to the front door inside, well, it's like people come and go from that door. It's like enter and entrance and exit. Oh, I dropped the milk, and the whole thing of milk exploded all over all over the floor inside the store. Yeah, I some dude was looked at me. He's like, "Uh-oh," and I'm like, "Yeah." So the lady was right there. I said, that worked at the store. I'm like, "Excuse me." I just point to the milk. She's like, "Oh no." Then all of a sudden, it was like she goes on the intercom to get. It was like a big emergency, right? So, anyways, that's my story. Dropping a big jug of milk in the floor because we're not allowed to use plastic bags here in Canada. And that thing of groceries costs $85. Man, I don't get into politics at all, but we need thank God that butthead of a leader we got says he's resigning. But we'll see what happens because this we just need we need to make Canada great again. Just right, just Carve Rob. Maybe Trump will make Canada the 51st state. Wouldn't that be something? Anyways, I don't know if I'm against it or against it. You know what? Tell you the truth, I really don't care. See the sides of the cheeks there where they make the mustache? I try and make those points the same size, like the same length. Anyways, you got to make Campbell's tomato soup. You got to put a couple cheese slices in it, Kraft cheese slices, or excuse me, or even mozzarella cheese. Now you kind of just here I am going to start cleaning up this bird's eye burl with my Fordham. I don't need to see the pimples on it. And there it is, more cleaned up. So like the wood that's kind of goes a yellow tint, orangish, that wood is still wet. So that that's not his lip there. That was a bark inclusion there where the mustache was. So what I was thinking here, well, I got that big hole in the back. Maybe I could carve the top of the left forehead back and make it like a spookity rickets. Make it like a spooky negative space wood spirit, like I've done before. Just carve real deep into that forehead. Now I put this tape on my finger. That means I'm going to be doing some heavy carving because that handpiece will dent your finger. And for those that are first started carving with that, the Dremel flex shaft, you'll eventually get a callus in your finger, but the tape still helps. Like I got a huge callus right there in my finger where the dent is, and it's still dense, but it's just it's better to use the tape if you're going to be carving fast and crazy. So there will be the bottom lip. See, I'm talking about connecting the holes there, carving it real deep. I decide not to. It would have been a lot of carving deep in there. And this wood is pretty well soaking wet. Carving for me, when I'm in my chainsaw carving tent, carving wet wood's not bad with your chainsaw, or if you got the bigger die grinder burrs. But for the Dremel, carving wet wood for me most times, it plugs up the burrs. And that's how I see it plugged up there. That's how I wasted a lot of burrs when I first started carving soaking wet wood. It plugs up the burrs. And for some reason, if your burr's plugged up and you keep on try carving with it, for some reason, that's what will make the burr dull. Now, I'll say, I carved this piece 2 days ago, so it's hard to remember what I did. I'll say that I was having a problem keeping the right side of the face. The left side of the face from the nose, halfway, like just you got a left side of the face, put a center line down the nose and the mustache and the forehead. The left side of the face was a lot smaller than the right hand side. So I don't know. I'm just letting you guys know that's the struggle is real. Now, see there, if I was going to do real eyes, I wouldn't have enough room because my nose is too short. And this is what I'm going to talk about here in this video. There's got to be some reason for each video. My nose, the bottom of my mustache comes up too high. Like the nose is too short. So I'm going to show you here quickly how to make a longer nose. So if you want to do real eyes, give yourself lots of room. It's still shaping. Just take your time and shape it till you're happy. And carve deeper, carve around the side of the face deeper, carve those eyebrows down so that nose will stick off. You want to carve those eyebrows right off, carve them right off. Then carve them back in again. That's how you get the nose to pop off. I wasn't really too worried about it this time. There's the bottom lip. A smaller bottom lip looks a lot better than a bigger bottom lip. Let me say that again. A smaller bottom lip, like thinner, looks a lot better than a thicker bottom lip. Unless you're going for that nice, friendly, puffy bottom lip wood spirit. But rarely am I going for that type of wood spirit. I don't know. My wood spirits kind of always look aggressive. Like there's a spirit inside now. I don't know. Whatever. You'll see that I don't spend too much time on one spot. I bounce around lots. There I am rounding in the cheekbone. See that? Try and make them both the same. You'll see me jump from side to side. More rounding of the cheekbones. My two sides of the face are never the same. They're always unbalanced or not equal. The more you do, the better you're going to get. And trust me. Okay, so here I am carving in the eyebrows. So carving in eyebrows, you got to remove more of the forehead. I'm going to start practicing making my foreheads not slope back so much. Got a cough. Excuse me. I'm going to stop this voiceover right now so I can save it. Perfect. That's half the video done. So now I forget what I was going to say. Just keep carving deeper, making everything equal. Try and make both sides of the face the same as you can. They say, okay, there's the nostrils going in. Try and make those the same for sure. Mine are never the same. One's always a bit lower, one's always a bit higher. I'm going to practice carving different noses pretty soon here. The more you practice at doing different things for like different types of noses, different types of eyebrows, different types of bottom lips, the better you're going to get, the more you're going to understand it. So there I am carving in the nostril holes. So yeah, that was quite embarrassing dropping the milk. But they said, oh, that's fine. They gave me another free jug of milk. Now it's always good to stop, take a look at your piece, see if you're happy with it. See the right side of the bottom side of the face, the left-hand side, that where the nostril line comes down. See that smile line? It drops a bit more on the left-hand side than it does on the right-hand side. Nice small bottom lip, thin. So there you can see now, like if I was going to carve, I could carve real eyes in there, but the nose is too short. See, I drew it on just to show you that you could. But instead of me doing that, I'm going to show you how easy it is to make your nose longer. So I better do it in the overhead. So I'm just going to draw this on. This will be the bridge of your nose there. This will be your eyebrows. So you just carve your old eyebrows away. What's that smoke doing on the right-hand side of the screen there? Right? So you carve those old eyebrows away, carve on the side of the bridge of the nose. You're going to have a smaller forehead. If you want to, you'll have to open up the forehead, make it bigger again, but carve deeper, but I don't bother doing that. Uh-oh. There we go. So just act like you're carving in the beginning of a wood spirit. Boom, cut beside the bridge of the nose. Round it out. Just remove all that wood that was your old eyebrows. Just keep on removing the wood. See that right hand side, the wood was a lot wetter than the left hand side. Doing this burl had really no character inside the wood. So I'm thinking that this was just a big, huge alder tree, but no, it wouldn't be alder. No, it has to be friggin' what was that wood that I said earlier? Hemlock. Just trying to make both sides look as equal as I can. Shoot the camera, man. Taking everything down a bit. So there. Now look how long the bridge of that nose is. Now I got room to carve real eyes. Like I said, I could have done it before, but this will make it more proportionate. And it really didn't take too long. It took me a few minutes just to cut that out and recut it in. I'm not the biggest fan of doing the voiceovers, but when I want to carve fast and heavy, like trust me, I was carving fast and heavy on this piece. I don't want to stop and talk. I want to carve and just get the thing done. I wanted to carve this before I carve the bird's eye burl wood because, well, you have to like learn what kind of bird the wood likes. Yeah, the bird's eye wood's going to carve a bit. Bird's eye's hard to carve because those little dots are super soft, like they're little branches, like they're like little knots. But it's just good to practice with the not very good wood that's the same as the good wood. Does that make sense? So here I am looking at it, seeing what I like and I don't like. See how the right side of the face is a lot wider than the left hand side of the face. In there, that's gonna be my beard line. I'm gonna cut a line there. See how I'm trying to make that left side and the right side match up. So I cut a line in there, carve it in a bit, and then round the cheekbones to make it look like it's got cheekbones. Just take your time. You're gonna like myself. I think I would be such a better wood carver if I took my time, like the last wizard that I did. If I take my time, it's gonna turn out like you hoped it would. I think, anyways. My new wood spare. I was over there today. Putting in some dowels to hold the arm on. See how much room I got for those eyes now? They're not perfect. I'm going to use that's the Kutzall Extreme Burr just to carve around the eyes to make it look like there's like a football shaped thing inside there. Now, eyes, they say that nobody's two eyes are exactly the same. Like when I had my injury, I had that what was it called? Bell's palsy. Half my face was frozen. Yeah, all my buddies would get me to try and say hockey stick with half a frozen face. Hockey stick. Sound like hockey dick. Anyways. So when I look in the mirror, I can still see the Bell's palsy. Bell's palsy is when your nerves, something happens with your nerves or something. And luckily, though, they caught it right away, and I did steroids, and I started being able to talk with my other side of my mouth sooner or later. Yeah, you couldn't even the Bell's palsy. You couldn't even move the half. I couldn't even. Was it the left side? Yeah, I couldn't even move the left side of my face. They thought I had a stroke, but they found out it was Bell's palsy and put me on steroids. Anyways, just kind of rounding off the footballs inside the eye. That's the other taper burr. It's more like a reversed cone. Like I didn't spend long at all on these eyes. I didn't actually spend that much time on this carving, period, considering it was soaking wet wood. Just kind of rounding them out. The easiest eyes to do, like I say on when you're doing the pupils. Lots of people paint their wood spirit eyes. I've never done that. I won't. I don't think I'll ever do it. I might once, or twice, or 3 times. How you doing, Just Carve Rob, old buddy? There's the Cheep Chinese burr. I'm just going to quickly cut in the eyelids, in the bottom eyelids, carve deep in each corner. Like push it deep in each corner to make it look like round inside there. Anyways, you gotta fix more cars. That's the Kutzall gold taper burr. It's got a finer point than the silver one or the extreme. That's a long thinny one. Long thinny one. That's a long skinny one. Just Carve Rob, you gotta fix more cars. You need those cherry pits for your heater house, buddy. Or wood pellets or whatever. Yeah, it was a super quick trip to Vancouver Island. For all you that saw the beachcombing video, I'm gonna try and fizzard. What's wrong with my speaking today? Fizzard. I'm gonna try and finish the wizard that I'm working on the next couple days, and I gotta carve a bigger eagle for the spirit trails, and an owl for the spirit trails. See how I dug deep on each corner? Oh no, it's looking to the left. I think it's done here, isn't it? Oh no, I still got to do the beard hairs and stuff. That's the That's the Kutzall plugged up extreme burr. I got to carve It's going to be on like a 6-foot log, an owl, and an eagle on different logs for friends that have just passed away. One of them was a good friend. He had a drinking problem. I haven't seen him in a year, but before then he was coming by my place really drunk. I'd let him keep his stuff in there. He was living on the street. I'd let him keep his stuff in my old hard point until I realized he was keeping his food in there, so I gave him a food. I'm not gonna lie, actually. He was sleeping on my couch, so I'm gonna be yeah, that wasn't good, but he's gone now. You know, when you have friends like that, when you have friends like that, they're different from their drinking. You know, he wasn't the same when he was drinking. But that's that. I think it looks pretty mystical. Nice bottom lip in there. Cheekbones. The eyes looks like it kind of looks spooky. I'm somewhat happy with it. Here's so my buddy Jeremy, the guy that was coming around here, I tried to help him, but it didn't work, and he's in a better spot now. So here's that. You can see the bird's eye in there now. I should send this to you, Just Carve Rob, for more knife handles. I'm thinking that wood that you already made the knife handle is the same type of wood. Hemlock. But I've never seen hemlock go orange like that. Usually alder goes orange like that once it's freshly cut. What's it called? Gets oxidized. It hits air. Oxidized. There you go, Just Carve Rob. There's your wood spirit fishing float with that cork. Look at that perfect stand for it, man. I don't carve the cork, everybody. It sucks to carve. So I just got really tired of it really fast. I carved this in like 5 minutes. It doesn't hold good detail at all. But that's it, everybody. There's a wood spirit video, and I got some more wooden balls coming. Those birch balls, Lupo Arts and Craft bought me, and I'll be carving them. Maybe I'll use that piece as a base. Thank you.